guys, it's Jeanette with Backroom Creations. Come on in. Let me know that you're here and where you're watching from. I'm so glad that you could come and spend some time with me. Lisa's finishing up. I hope you guys have had time to maybe check in on the creators today and see what they're making out of cardboard. That is today's theme, is fun with cardboard. And we'll see what I'm going to make tonight. So come on in. Tonight, you can tell it's a Friday night. Hi, Miss Tracy. It is Friday. We usually order pizza. I thought, okay. I didn't feel like cooking anyway. It took an hour. And it's just like 3 miles away. I'll tell you. But I'm so glad that you're here. Hi, Cynthia. How are you? I'll have to go back and watch the replays. I popped in and out of a lot of the creators today from work. Couldn't really comment a whole lot, but I was listening. Hi, Patty. How are you? So today, my cardboard is a cardboard shipping tube. I know Patty has seen me use these. Hey, Cheryl. How are you doing? I've used them on public lives before. Hi, Darla. How are you? So that's what this is. And I have a couple other pieces of cardboard, but this is a cardboard shipping tube. It is really, really dense and heavy. In fact, if I need to cut them, which I have before, I have to go out and use the chop saw, the miter saw. Thank you, Cheryl. Hi, Rhonda from Mississippi. You're new. Well, welcome. My name is Jeanette, and this is Backroom Creations. Tonight, we're going to make something out of a cardboard tube. And hi, Jennifer, my friend from Michigan. Thank you, Jerry. So I also saved my Cheerio boxes. Cheerios is the only thing that I'll eat with no sugar, believe it or not. I just grew up that way, so I've never put sugar on cereal, and I save all my cereal boxes. They make great patterns to cut out things, and just a lot of different things for pieces of cardboard you might need. So I cut mine out to circle, the same size as my tube. I think it's about 3 inches. Let's take that down so it wouldn't blow. Yep, it's 3 inches. Thank you, Jennifer. The cat was in here, and my table is built with the cubbies, the 9 cubbies, and I didn't put the backs on all of them because I didn't want anyone to be able to reach through. Well, she gets in there, she goes in and out, she's knocking stuff out, so I had to get her out of here, shut the door, put a chair in front of it because our old house, the doors don't latch. I had to put a chair in front of it so she couldn't get in. Hi, Jane. You love plain Cheerios too, Tracy? That's the only kind I'll eat. Now, I did eat Raisin Brands when I was small with my grandma, but she had to put extra raisins in it. I didn't like just a few raisins. It was more like raisin cereal than it was Raisin Bran. So anyway, this, and I think it's about 10 inches tall. I have a couple different ideas. This one, because I've got one painted. This one we're going to paint. Where'd it go? A French linen by Hello Hobby. Hi, Diane. You're new to my community watching from Arizona. Well, welcome. I hope it's cool out there, or at least a different kind of heat for you. It wasn't quite as hot today here. So we're just going to paint this. And then while it dries, we can work on our other one. You live in a house where the doors don't close? You thought of using one of these? Hi, Deborah. We're actually going to make candles. We're going to make faux candles. I made some last year for 4th of July, patriotic ones. Hi, Sheila. Aw, thanks, Jennifer. Yes, we live in a very old house. It was built in 1910, and so 2 of the bedroom doors up here, they close, but the cat can push them open. the latches don't close that well. And she's a little rotten head. Hi, Lois from Indiana. I'm from Ohio. I'm originally from Illinois, but I've been here about 27 years, I think it is now. My husband still calls me a transplant. So I'm working on a cookie sheet here, so when I'm done, I can just move it out of my way. I saw some of the other creators today. If you did not watch them today, you have to go back and catch the replays. That's what I'll be doing this weekend as I'm working around the house. Seeing what you can do a lot of different things with cardboard. I've seen people make cardboard furniture. It's strong enough to sit on. Yeah, put a bunch of layers in there, but cardboard is actually really, really strong. I am making, this is a cardboard event, and Ambreen is on YouTube. I'm actually streaming the YouTube and Facebook, so if you can't find me, if I'm supposed to be on Facebook, I'll be over there, because you know Mr. FB sometimes isn't reliable. So I got a fan on over here. It's drying as I paint it. So we're going to just let this one dry. I like the cookie sheets from the Dollar Tree because I can just pick it up and move it. The ones I made last year, I covered them with fabric. So we'll do that. I have a whole stack of them at the corner of my table. So this one I actually covered with tissue paper. And I'll demonstrate on this one just a hot second. What I did was tore me off a piece of tissue paper. I don't know where this tissue paper comes, because I think it used to be white. Thanks. Yeah, I have a whole stack of them, and then that way, if I'm painting, I paint on my cookie sheet, and then I can just pick it up and move it, and my area is still clean. So what I did, just to give you an idea of how I made this, you can't see the, oh, I'm showing you what I did. Can't see that when I painted it black. This is my grungy Mod Podge, so it won't be white. Yeah, I can do this. So I just put some on. And then I want this wrinkled. I want it to have wrinkles in it. You can do this with tissues. This is actually, it's a tad hot there. Oh gosh. We had some rain. Was it yesterday or the day before? I come out of work. I don't have windows. This has just got a little black paint in there. That's all right. Hi, Tracy. But you can see that I can wrinkle it. And you can get as many wrinkles as you want. And then you have to let it dry. So that's what I did with this other one. I let it dry. But you can crunch it. And then you paint it on. Paint your Mod Podge on. And that what gives it that wrinkly look. Okay. So we're just going to set that one over here. So this one I already painted. I put the tissue paper on it last night. It's good to see you too, Tracy. And then I painted it when I first got home from work, black chalk paint. So now you really can't see those wrinkles in there. So I have some cream colored wax. My husband and I can make our own furniture wax. I do like the Howards though. My nail just broke. Ouch. Excusez-moi just a second here. Hi, Cindy. That's going to snag on something and rip my finger off. All right. There we go. So, it's beeswax and mineral oil and then whatever color of paint you want. So what I want to do is I want to highlight these wrinkles. And then it's waxing it at the same time. So the more you rub it, the more the color is not pronounced, but you can see the wrinkles in it now. Hope everybody had a good day. We were all at work going TGIF, TGIF. Thank goodness it's Friday. The last hour we didn't really have nothing to do. We kind of just stood around talking. With our boss. So, but this does two things. It waxes your piece to where it's got a seal on it. And it also highlights those crevices. Like I said, the more you wipe it, the color will not be as pronounced. So it's up to you how well you see it. If you guys wouldn't mind sprinkling me out, I'd appreciate it. My husband goes, "You're going live again?" Yep. I haven't been going. Hi, Busby. Live about once a week. My back is giving me fits. I just cannot sit and craft. I don't know why. This is where the... How are you doing, Melissa? Is it hot down there in Florida? That was just the extra from last night. So you see how that... So I've got a cream color in there. So now you can see all the crevices and stuff. That's what we're going to do now. And I just make a little bit of it at a time. It lasts forever. I have a big jar. My husband uses it harder. He does it like on, cutting boards and stuff like that. He wants a nice hard, where I want to be able to spread it around, kind of like the Howards. So we're going to put a little, can't forget our, I'm the Energizer Bunny. Yeah, not so much lately. I used to do 4 lives a week, about 3 years ago. So here's part of my Cheerio box. I cut out my circle to go on top here. Oh, I need to put a hole in the middle of it first. So we've got to have our wick come up through it. It's muggy. It rained here. Might have been yesterday. I can't remember. The days just kind of go together. No, it was the day before. It poured. Okay, so we got us a nice hole. Where's my wick? So my wick is a piece of sisal rope. And what I did is I just took a piece and I put a knot in the bottom. Now I glued the knot a little bit just so it doesn't come undone. And then that'll be my wick up through the middle. If you want a, stiffer wick, one that stands up, I was playing around with my drill, and I stuck my rope and my real thick wire in the drill, and then I wound it up. So you could also do, shorter one. I thought, ooh, that'd make a cute basket handle. It's just a piece of wire and some rope. Of course, you have to glue the end so it doesn't come unraveled, but, Let's do the one I dried. So we're going to push the wick up through the cardboard hole, and then I'm going to put some glue around it so it doesn't go anywhere. And nobody's going to see the bottom of this, so it doesn't matter what it looks like. I wish I was the Energizer Bunny. All right. So now we're just putting glue around the edge. So there's our wick. And to cover the top here, there it is. That one's not grungy enough. So here's my fried or baked, not fried, my baked fabric that I use on top of my grubby jars. Okay. So now we got to put a little hole in the middle. So we'll just fold it in half and fold it in half again. And then we'll just do a little hole. Here we go. And then we'll glue that down. Do that just like we do a grubby jar. Now when you put wax on something, whether it be homemade or store-bought, it does take a couple weeks to really harden up. Does anybody have any plans for the weekend? Thanks, Patty. So we're just going to glue it all the way around. Cleaning out the shed. I need to clean out the shed. Well, we got a piece of equipment out there we're trying to get rid of because it's too bulky and we don't need it anymore. It's this old radial arm saw, and it's ugly looking. It looks like something in a scary movie, and I won't use it. So we got to get it out so we can sell it to somebody. It works great, but it's just too old. I bought a table saw. So I just put a little top on that. Save this one for the other one. I bought this like it's an ergonomic, it fits your hand better. It's X-Acto brand. It's an X-Acto knife. But I love this one so much better than just the plain silver ones. You're just relaxing with your hubby. Oh, you're on vacation? Well, happy vacation. So now what we're going to do, get all these hot glue things on there. Not sure. We're going to try and put this on here. I normally only put it on really smooth surfaces, but we're going to try. So it's the 4-star brand wax candles, and it's got a crow on it. You use the disposable scalpel knives, ergo and lightweight. Oh, cool. Okay, so let's use black paint for my water. So this is our Mod Podge. It's got some coffee grounds in it, so it'll be a little bit brown, but it'll be okay. It's too hot in Oklahoma. staying in and watching crafters. There you go. Get my little Mod Podge scraper. So we'll see. I always get these crooked if I don't stand them up. So if I do this really good, you got these? They'll have little bumps in it, but I want to make sure that I press all that paper down into those bumps so it'll stay in there. It won't puff up on me. You can do this with, like, if you don't have the great big ones, you can make little ones, like from toilet paper, or foil has really strong cores in them. Thank you, Jane. So normally I do this. Since it's got so many bumps, I don't want to tear my paper. You can see the bumps are coming through it, but that's okay. It's a bump candle. Thanks, Cynthia. So basically, I want to squeeze the paper down into any grooves, and I also want to bring out any decoupage, Mod Podge glue that's maybe stuck behind, so when it dries, it doesn't bubble up. I don't know how many more. I have a whole bunch my husband had brought home. They didn't need them anymore where he used to work, and so he brought some home. You can buy them, but I don't know how much they are. Hi, Shirley from Virginia. Add me some more Mod Podge. Ooh, I had a 60% coupon off on Joann's, and when I get those, I get the great big bottle of Mod Podge, and then it's only like, I don't know, $17, $18. It's not the jug size, but it's, I forget how many ounce it is. It's huge. And if I wipe off any of my wax, I can just put some back on. Hi, Mary Claire. I'm doing good. How are you? Try not to use any ucky part. So see, that bubbled up. So I'll just have to keep revving it as it dries. Normally I put it on real smooth stuff. Gotta kind of turn it to see it all. Okay. So now I have another one. It's going out of business there. They're shutting our Red Lobster down and our Rite Aid. What's this world coming to? Here's this image. I got it off of the Chocolate Rabbit on Etsy. Okay. So now we're going to see what we want to do. Where's my orange? I don't need that anymore. There it is. So we can put your lobster there. Thanks, Patty. So we can put an orange one around. I was going to coffee grunge it, which I still can, just to give it a tiny bit of color. So do we want orange or stick monochromatic? I'll have to see if my Joann's is closing because it's not that busy. Or do we want a black and brown? Miss Tracy's grunge mixture. Joann's is restructuring. I think Red Lobster is too. I'm not quite sure. But or Rite Aid is. I'm not sure. I haven't been. I don't go out to eat much anymore. Melissa says the brown plaid. I'm gonna Mod Podge this or grunge this up just in case I use it anywhere. Cynthia says the black and brown. So it looks like I'm doing this one for nothing. That's all right. I'll use it in another project. It's a little bit bright. I bought the orange homespun to do rag balls. Darla says brown. Okay, we'll do the brown. This can just dry over there. Okay. See where my front is. I went out to, Floyd took me out to some Amish fabric stores last weekend. Don't let him lie to you. We had to go to the lumber store too. The lumber store out there has the exotic woods. I think I tied it too tight. Just gonna stick this extra piece down in here for like a little tassel. Of course, you know, homespun's always got them threads everywhere, so I'll have to. I think that's a little too long. There we go. I'm not quite sure yet, but he bought some Purple Heart. The wood is purple. And then I forget the name of the other one, but it's orange. And I'm like, ooh, I can make some really cool Halloween stuff. So how much material did I get? Probably about 12 yards. There's 2 stores I went to. Really neat quilts in there. So I'll wait for this to completely dry. And then I'll go over. Should have used a bigger round. You know what we could do? We could put one on the bottom. That would be neat. Would that look cool to have one on the bottom? What do you think? Should we put one on the bottom? What do you think? Yes? Melissa says yes. She was the first one to answer. And worst comes to worst, if I don't like it, I can just heat it up and tear it off. Thank you. Thanks for the hearts, Patty. Thanks, Jane. I didn't say, well, I did have it already tissue papered and painted, because when you do tissue paper on a with Mod Podge and stuff, you really need to let it dry thoroughly. I wouldn't have been able to finish it today. So we just get this. This one will glue tighter. I don't think I'm gonna be doing. I ordered some more styrofoam balls for rag balls. I got to list a bunch too. Don't do me no good to make them if I'm not gonna list them. All right, that's cute. There you go. So it says 4-star brand, hand dipped, clean burning wax candles. So I used cardboard tube and then the cardboard top. Let's see if our other one's dry back here. So this one I just painted. What we're going to do here is what I normally do. We'll see how much of this one I get done. Ooh, Labrador. I felt like a rock. That looked like tissue paper for last night. Okay. I probably put too much on there. Thank you, Jennifer. So I probably won't finish this one, but we'll get her worked on. Cynthia, I have my own it's furniture wax that Floyd and I make. It's beeswax and mineral oil. And then I put some cream colored paint in it. So you can make whatever color of wax you wanted. I put more mineral oil in it than I do beeswax. He does it half and half. But I just wasn't wanting to stay down. He does it for like his cutting boards and stuff. So then I use this to get the glue out of from behind it. Yeah, I thought about making some like weird colors, but then I don't know what I would use them on. So I just take this around to get the glue off, or out of the back. Pretty sure I put too much on it, but they're going to be grubby candles anyway, so. have another circle. Put us a hole in there. So remember, I tied a knot on the end of the rope. And that's what's going to hold it on the back here of my Cheerio box. Gotta have my Cheerios. Like when I go on a Cheerio kick, I'll go through 2 boxes a week. Grandkids used to like, Grandma, can we just have a bowl of cereal for supper? I'm like, go for it. Ain't gonna kill them. My dad used to eat bowls of cereal for a snack. And we'll have another piece of fabric that I used Miss Tracy's grunge mixture. That is pinned, if you're interested, at the top of My Sweet Home Living, Miss Tracy's page. She's got it pinned up there. Your mom... So my first mother-in-law, her and her sister lived, you know, like a half a mile apart, and then they had a beauty shop in the middle of their houses. And on Thursday nights, they worked late. So it was called F and F at night. You find it, you fix it. So kind of the same thing. Hey, my granddaughter, when she was here, was making these cheesy biscuits that taste like the ones from Red Lobster. Not quite, but they were good. I had them for dinner one night. I was like, I don't want nothing else. She made them before I got home from work. A little bit too far. Then by the time I ate 2 or 3 of them, I was full. They were really good. I'll need some more. I turned this one on in case I needed it. My grandpa used to eat after Sunday lunch. He would put peanut butter, and corn syrup on his plate, and add apple butter, and then take the bread and swish it all around, and then he would eat that after lunch. A lot of times for lunch was fried chicken. I grew up next door to my grandparents, so if Mom didn't fix something I wanted, I just went out the back door through the garden and asked Grandma what was for dinner. Whew. I forgot how much glue that actually spit out. I haven't used it for a while. So here's with just the plain painted. And my idea for this one is instant coffee from the Dollar Tree and some Mod Podge. And Miss Tracy's grunge. So I do this. I put Mod Podge on and put my paintbrush in my coffee. That's how my Mod Podge gets to turn brown. That's my grubby. That looks like one of my hairs or a fabric string. So look at that. You can not melt some of the coffee, or you can use regular coffee grounds. And it'll have a little bumpy mixture. Alabama pudding, cream, sugar, cornbread, and coffee. Whoops. Put my hand right in it. So once you get this on your brush, of course I should have done it before I glued that on. I didn't know how much time I would have. if I stick my tongue out. Get down in the gooey parts of the coffee mixture. That cinnamon doesn't dissolve. Ooh, what's that look like? I don't like coffee, but I like how it makes, how you use it in crafts. And then I'll just run my paintbrush with a little of the water part just to make the label look uniform, because you know you're going to drip it down there. Thank you, Cynthia. Now the good idea is, hi Mary, is to let that dry, the label and stuff, because now I'm putting moisture on the top of it. That's really not what you should do. But you know, for the magic of pictures, coffee is the nectar of life. Well, I don't like coffee. I never have. I've gotten over the smell of it just because I've crafted with it for so much. I think that was a glue spider. So if you put a bunch of the coffee mixture on there, it will run. See? If you like those drip marks, you can leave them and they'll dry like that. I've done that before. Or just go around and wipe it. Okay. See if we can dry this a little bit. You love the smell of it. I drink Coke. Cherry Coke Zero. So see, I've got a couple pieces of coffee that didn't dissolve, so that's fine if you like that look. I was saving when my granddaughter was here. She liked coffee, and I was saving her grounds, but I put them in a container before they were quite dry. I thought they were dry, and they molded, so I threw it all away. Floyd doesn't drink coffee either. He used to when he drove truck, but does Pepsi. Yeah, I've tried those frappuccinos and all them mixed drinks. Just don't like it. Now Floyd will drink like the Starbucks. Thank you, Anita. So what you can do on this one is we can also put some of the homespun on it. Thank you, Melissa. So here we have the one with the paint and did the coffee grounds. We did the top the same. And then this one, we did tissue paper and I let it dry, and then I painted it black, and then used my homemade white wax. Same label, did the top the same, got a piece of cardboard underneath there, and our cardboard tubes are now candles. So thanks so much for coming and hanging out with me. Make sure you stick around on Craft Around the Clock and watch the next presenter. If you're not part of Craft Around the Clock, you need to go over there and join, because it's Monday through Friday, morning to night, free inspiration. So thanks for coming and hanging out, and I'll see you later.